Hello, my friend. I'm pissed. Why? Look why. I lost a tooth again. Anyway, I have enough self-confidence, to talk even without a teeth. Oh, laugh. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing stop Dr. Turi. All right, my friend, this is a very special video. Let's be serious now. It's an introduction to Dr. Turi to all the UFO community. Yeah, you heard me. An introduction of Dr. Turi to the entire UFO community and to all the people out there that manage and promote UFO conferences. Like if I need anything like that. Well, just wanted to let you know a few things that are very, very important and a lot of people do not know. So it's very crucial for me to do so. First, about the background. I used to have a black star that I found in the trash, but people are kind of insecure. They've been listening to too many talking heads out there, and they see this black star behind me and they think I'm an Illuminati or whatever. No, it's a star. I found it in the trash and I put it on my wall because UFOs are in the stars and I'm an astrologer, so what do you expect? And I paint it black because my wall is white. If I paint it white, you won't see it. So in order to stop all this nightmare and all these fears with all the people out there don't know better, I changed my background. I make it more me. Now, let's see why I do not really need an introduction. First of all, I started my career in 1995, okay? Even though if I don't look like I'm nearly 70 years old. Okay, 1995 when I made my first predictions with Art Bell, and then from there I went and became a regular guest on Coast to Coast, well before all these young UFO crowd that you see out there. Okay, that's so good. Now, it is also important to remember that when you're looking for UFO speakers, if you don't know me, what you're going to do, you're going to go to Wikipedia or LinkedIn, whatever it is. Guess what? You ain't going to find me. Why? I used to be one of the top in LinkedIn pages read. Even the vice president of LinkedIn sent me a note, and I have it for those who wants to read it. It's in my many newsletters that I already gave. Okay, they fired me from LinkedIn because I exposed people. They also fired me from Wikipedia. During the old days, there was a guy named Postman, and he had a bunch of other skeptics and atheists, religious fanatics, whatever it is, and they removed me from everywhere. It's just the way it is. So there is conspiracy. So what I'm trying to tell you here, the beautiful write-up that somebody did for me on Wikipedia was mentioning my prediction about Katrina on George Norrie. Now, you all know that, if you have heard me then, that I gave 2 weeks ahead of time. I told George to be ready for thousands of people to be relocated because of a natural disaster. And 2 weeks later, hit Katrina. And nobody can ignore that. That's not to mention, of course, 9/11, predicted a year and a half in all details. And, of course, terrorist attack, which brought the FBI twice in my house. And that's why now I'm a little bit more cautious about making terrorist predictions, because I don't want those guys to come here and then, wonder if I am a sleeping cell or what. All I have to tell you is that I had cancer, okay? And it took me a long time to recoup. So now God is giving me a second chance at life. So I'm new. I'm starting again. That's why I need an introduction. I haven't been on a speaking engagement for a long time. The last, I can't remember exactly where I spoke last, but I was between David Wilcock, he was on my right side, and Laura Eisenhower, and then a bunch of other guys talking. That is the last conference that I did that I can't remember. Now, it's important for you to know that I have been with the most notorious UFO speakers ever. and I cruised the world with those guys. Okay, we're talking about Wendell Steven. I went in Germany with him. I was invited to speak in the UFO conference in Germany. We went together with other UFO guys. We had a phenomenal time. He's dead now. God bless his soul. And in my UFO slideshow, I start, because I have respect for those guys and I don't want the memory to be gone. I have the pictures of me and those guys. Okay, that's how I start my slideshow. When you have integrity and when you are honest and when you have a heart, you know, you make sure that their memory does not get away. And I am probably the only one who has done that so far. You'll see all that. So Wendell Steven, Dr. Rogelia, God bless you, soul, Roger. Commanding Sergeant Major Bob Dean. Again, Bob, you know, rest in peace, my dear friend. You know the good thing about Bob, and I never forget, so everywhere I was with him, okay, he was always saying, yeah, Louis, you're the best. You're real, man. And he was saying to the people, you know, like George Noe did so many times in public and on radio, Dr. Turi is real. I remember Bob Dean for that. I don't know how many of these young UFO speakers knows about those guys. Richard Darlin is still in the game. Obviously, Bob Lazar, Kevin Randall, David Icke, Zachariah Sitchin. I was with those guys on stage, on the panel. But you never saw it because it's old, it's gone, it's finished. And you know what? I remember Bob Brown, only if you are my age, not the new UFO crowd, but if you are an older guy, you probably will remember Bob Brown. He was the director of the International UFO Congress. Okay, every single year I was there in his conference, in Mesquite, in Laughlin, everywhere. And memory goes with that are pretty incredible. He was a very close friend, his wife, before he lost his wife, and his two daughters. I used to guide them, you know, like I did with David Icke for many years, guide them, give him my books. I had a very close relationships with these people. What's interesting also is that once George Norrie invited me, I think it was for the 50th anniversary in Roswell, we had a panel, and I mean, all the top UFO speakers was there, and I was there like usual. And in one of those, I wish I could remember his name, he says to me, Louis, you know what, you're real, you're prediction of Roswell, I've been watching them, you're so accurate. That was a long time ago. Imagine now. And then the city hall, they heard that, and one of the guys says to me, Dr. Turi, I'm part of the city hall, and we heard about your prediction. You're pretty phenomenal. We're going to have, it is the 50th anniversary of the UFO Roswell accident. So I'd like to have you to make some predictions, and then we're going to put this in a time capsule, and we're going to put it, you know, under the ground. So as I'm speaking to you guys, this capsule will be open in 2050. I'll be dead. But I am right now 6 feet under the city hall of the Roswell city. I don't know how many of these young kids that are part of the new UFO crowds have such a legacy. It is important also to realize when I go places, last conference that I managed to go because I had so much pain was Contact in the Desert. And then I met Victoria. It was a beautiful, beautiful lady that took care of her. We were reading for her and her daughter. And then I was invited to speak for George Norrie's birthday, and I did my little speech there. It was absolutely phenomenal. Sad enough, when I travel, I always bring my psychic stuff because I was supposed to be a UFO replacement. If somebody did not show up, Victoria told me, well, you get the spot, so come in. And I went there, and I didn't bring what I usually bring. See what you have behind me? This is what I usually I bring when I do UFO conference, and I have a booth. And then you can see here, watch this one. You see this guy? That's me. After Draco entered my life in 2012, I started to learn all about Nostradamus methodology. But this happened after my wife and I were abducted into flying saucers above the sky of Los Angeles. That's where they took the fetus, and that's where they downloaded the cosmic code into my head. After that, I couldn't help to paint my house Don't you think I'm real? Do you think I painted my house and pointing a UFO? You see that? Do you think I did that just because I wanted to be funny? How do you think my landlord felt when he saw all that? Now look at this guy's face. That's not me. I've changed. I mean, the extraterrestrials are able to affect the anatomy, the atomic structure of your body. That's not me. My face is different. And look, do I look my age? I've been touched by the divine. And then I am one of the most real, legitimate fifth kind UFO contactee. And I have the proof. I can't wait. I can't wait for all of you guys to assist in one of my UFO conference. And at the end, okay, I will say, if you want to have the proof of Draco reality, I'm going to be doing this there. And then you're going to see the psychical power that Draco has left me with. Okay? I cannot say no more because I don't want to divulge everything. I'm not allowed to. Okay? The Galactic Confederation of Grand Cosmic Order is not allowing me to divulge everything about Draco. But I will be allowed to do that. And that's going to be a shock for a lot of you. And how many UFO speakers would risk their name, their career, their integrity? Do you think I'm saying this? I'm not going to fulfill. Dr. Turi put the green where the mouth is, and that's the difference between me and other people. Now, very interestingly also, I need to mention that too. When I was at the Contact in the Desert, Tom and George wanted to see me in their room. And because of my hip, I had too much pain. I didn't want to be sitting, because I can't sit for too long during those days before the surgery. I'm okay now. So I was kind of walking there and then looking for them. And then I saw Giorgio, ancient alien. Everybody knows Giorgio in this TV show. I saw him and I said in full English to him, okay, hey, Giorgio, have you seen George? Have you seen Tom? I need to talk to them. He looked at me and he replied in full fluent French. In French, he said, oh, you just missed them. They went out. And if you hurry, maybe you're going to catch them. I looked at him and I was shocked. I mean, he obviously knows me. Then I thought, maybe I should ask him, why you never invited me on your TV show? And then I thought, I don't want to go there. I don't want to be like, begging. I don't want to be, feel like I'm desperate. But I understand that a magnet will attract a piece of wood. All UFO speakers out there, they talk about technology and scientific, and it's very beautiful. It's very, very educational, very entertaining. I'm not there to, diminish anybody's intellectual powers and gift. But what I have to offer is totally unique and very, very different. And that would make it so valuable for all the people that attend those conferences who want something else than what they've been hearing for years. And that's probably why, the Draconists have stopped me in why I contracted cancer, to have a chance on my new life, on my new career. So if you are a UFO conference promoter, or if you are somebody that follow me, believe me, you're going to have a good time when you watch my slide presentation, and you're going to be definitely shocked when I introduce you to the reality of Draco. Now, it is important to remember that I have been on Coast to Coast as a regular guest since 1995. I have another TV show, something to do with George Norrie in September coming up. Can't wait to see what they want me to do there. But there is no one single famous UFO speaker who never heard of Dr. Turi, especially the old one, so to speak. The young crowd also. I'm going to be going on my next UFO cruise in October. Again, the top of the top speakers are invited, including Linda Moulton Howe, of course. And it's important to remain, thankful and modest, because if it wasn't for George Norrie and Tom working really, really hard to maintain and to invite all of us, we would never be where we are today. So modesty and being thankful, I think, is part of who I am. And this is why my slideshow start with all the old guys, okay, names and pictures with me, okay, so that at least we can remember them and make sure that their memory is still with us for the tremendous work they did for the UFO community and for you. So I'm part of this old crowd. Remember, it's in the old part that you're going to make the best soup. So I have so much to give you. And again, if you're a UFO promoter, or you want to join those UFO conferences, say, don't miss Dr. Turi. Invite me and then have fun. Be part of my renaissance of my second life. That's why God gave me another chance, and another chance to reach you through my UFO fifth kind contact and the legacy of the most wonderful, magnificent, mind-boggling extraterrestrial named Draco, working his magic through me. Talk to you again. Goodbye, and thank you for listening.